Hello everyone, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Megan and I create videos all about mindset, personal development, and really just finally going after our dream life. Today's video is going to be all about how to get over a breakup and really get back to being your best self after a breakup. And I think for a lot of us, we end up kind of coming out of those relationships feeling like we've lost our sense of self. So today we're going to talk about some ways to just reconnect to yourself, to get excited for your life and for your future, and really to step into this next chapter of your life and try and do it in the most positive way possible, even though we know it's going to be a little bit tough for a minute. I was sitting here this morning thinking about what I wanted to film, and as I was getting ready, I was listening to this old playlist, and it was all these kind of like girl power, Beyonce, like Nicki Minaj type songs that I listened to when I was going through a really brutal breakup. And the reason that it kind of prompted me to want to film this is because now I listen to those songs and I feel so empowered, and it really gets me into a place of just feeling like really proud of where I am, feeling happy about where I am. And I look back on those times and I know how difficult it was for me, but I just see the amazing transformation that came along with going through all of that. And I really look at it as like a positive time. So I hope that if you are in the midst of going through a breakup, this can be a little bit inspiring to you to kind of lay down this foundation so that in a year or even 6 months from now, you can kind of look back on this time and feel so proud and empowered for how far you've come. We're having a little bit of an intimate chat today. We're in the bedroom. I'm actually just filming on my iPhone because my camera's not working. So we're just making it happen, just getting personal here, okay? The first thing I think you should consider when you're going through a breakup is giving yourself like a bit of a timeline to just feel sad and to know that you're going to be going through it. It's going to be a bit of a roller coaster. So my suggestion would be to just allow and to plan for yourself like a good 3 months that you're going to really be having to make a concerted effort at moving through this, of working through those difficult times when you want to text someone or you want to call someone. Like, give yourself just that 3-month period knowing that this time might be a little bit difficult, but that you know you're going to come out on the other side of it. I would also suggest within this 3 months, like once you have solidified a breakup, like you've said what you need to say, you've gotten your things, like all of that, I really suggest going no contact. And it doesn't matter if you're on great terms with the person or not so great terms. If you're talking to somebody or you're still in connection with someone regularly, it just makes it really difficult to actually move on and to see things clearly. And this reminds me of a really great line in the book, The Courage to Be Disliked. And it basically talks about like when you hold a book too close, the words become blurry. And so when we're too close to a situation, it really blurs the lines. And sometimes we need that space and we need that distance to be able to see and understand things clearly. So again, with that 3-month mark, even if it's just like, I am just going to commit to 3 months that I'm just giving for myself, I would actually suggest maybe even like not dating during this time. I think there's different views on that, but a lot of times we seek out being around other people or getting other people's kind of like affection or attention to make ourselves feel better. In my experience, a lot of times that actually made me feel worse, and I found that going out on dates just made me miss the other person more. And that's kind of where I come back to like this commit to yourself. The second thing I think you should do when you're going through a breakup is to create a new and really fun and exciting routine for yourself. I think a lot of what sucks about going through a breakup is just the loss of that like the familiarness, jeez, the familiarity of being with somebody and of that routine, getting a text at a certain time of day or having just like those routines that you get off work and then you call someone, those sorts of things. So just like if you're trying to break a bad habit, we want to go ahead and replace that with something new. Think of it the exact same way. They're the bad habit that you're trying to break. So how can you go about replacing that with things that feel really good for yourself? And these can be little things as simple as like trying a new coffee creamer and being excited to get up and start your morning routine, or it could be something that's like a little more drastic where you're signing up for a new fitness class or a new program, something that like actually changes your routine, maybe the time that you do things, the places that you go to, the people that you're around, and you just create this whole new reality that is outside of them, you know, and it really starts to shift you into like this new beginning and this new life that's just about you. And that's the other thing, like I'm getting excited talking about it, but I find this a really exciting time, and I know it sucks and it's like not that way yet, but this is a time that you get to be totally selfish and do whatever it is that you want for you, whatever dreams you've been thinking of. Like, now is your time to go after it. Which brings me into number 3, which is that if you have been dreaming about doing something, if you're thinking about starting a business, starting a brand, starting a YouTube, any of those ambitions or things that you've been thinking about that have just kind of stayed on the back burner as you are going through life. And oftentimes, if you are going through a breakup, you probably had some turmoil, right? That has been draining you of a lot of that like energy and your personal power that you would be putting towards your own ambitions and your own goals. So now is that time to fuel all of your sadness and all of your frustration and put it into something that's going to create something amazing for you. And I can speak on this on like a personal level. So after one of my really bad breakups was when I ended up starting my own business. And that was one of the most magical and most transformational times. Starting a business gave me confidence that I don't think I would have had otherwise. And the thing that was cool about it was all on me. Like, at the end of the day, if I had a stressful or anxious day or I landed a client, like, I was the only one that I could depend on. So both through like the good times and the bad times, like, I really got out of my comfort zone and just realized how much I can depend on myself and how strong I am and how capable I am to really make things happen. And I think this is a really great opportunity to step into your confidence and to create this amazing life that you love, so that when you do meet the next person and you are healed and ready to connect with someone, you have all these incredible things going for you that you love and that you're passionate about aside from them, like before they even step into your presence. And I think that was a big part of me finding happiness in my current relationship. Was for the first time when I met him, I was in a place where I was absolutely not looking for anybody and building this thing for myself that it took me off guard that I wanted to spend time with somebody, and that I was willing to like open myself up to that because I had gotten to a place where I was truly just so happy by myself. And it takes time to get there, and I think we all ideally should experience that feeling of just being so content completely on our own, because, you know, that's a small portion in life. Like, ideally we meet somebody and we build this amazing life with them, and you only have so much time that's just dedicated to you, and like that you only have to think about yourself, and now is it, and like revel in that. Sticking with the theme of really learning to love being with yourself and spending time with yourself, how can you make some really cool and special experiences? I challenge you to go to dinner by yourself. If that's too much, then maybe it's just creating a really nice date night by yourself, ordering sushi, ordering a nice movie, and like putting on a face mask and just really creating those special experiences for yourself. I think there's a lot of little things that we can do to help push ourselves forward and to help kind of ease the blow by just treating ourselves the way that we would want other people to treat us, talking ourselves through these scenarios the same way that we would want someone else to talk us through it. So knowing that it's going to get better, this too shall pass, that you deserve loving and healthy and thriving relationships, because you do. The more you learn to love yourself on this journey, and the more that you treat yourself with respect and confidence, all of those things are really cultivating this incredible standard that you hold for yourself. And if that's how you expect yourself to treat you, and that will also be the new standard that you expect other people to treat you when they come in. So you can also look at this time as reevaluating your standards, both in terms of how other people treat you, but also how you treat yourself. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed, but if you are going through a breakup, then just sending you so much love, and I'm really excited for you. I know that's probably not what you want to hear right now, and I hope that you can come out of these next 3 months just feeling so confident, so in tune with yourself, and really excited for the amazing future that you have ahead of you. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more videos like this. Come hang out with me on Instagram and TikTok, and other than that, we will see you in next week's video. Bye guys.